All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. To throw is Bortles. Well, he's going to take a shot right away into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year maybe erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team, too good for another 3-13 finish, right?
And I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because if it was an all-out rebuild, they would have drafted a quarterback at number 2. Instead, they drafted Saquon Barkley. So that signals to me they want to get back to running the football and trying to punish people on offense and take the pressure off of Eli Manning. And on the defensive side of the ball, they obviously have to get better. But believe it or not, you know who can really help them there? Their head coach, Pat Shurmur. Comes from a defensive family, understands how valuable it is, and loves the toughness and the identity that a good defense can provide.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Manning. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. The 40. The 30. 10 for touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 94 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning, flush to his right. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now the Jags defense deciding to... Call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And spins away. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first down is Madden. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From midfield, here's Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malik Jackson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded inside the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jags heading out on offense. Last year we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU, and he gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. But the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player on the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play at any spot on the field.
Now they try the right side here. Fighting ahead at the 15. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's go. Trick left, trick left. 380, 380. Go right, go right.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. No one ran the ball more than the Jaguars in 2017, and we could very well see another carry here on 3rd and short. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go, here we go. Move.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Manning going to throw, and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
372. 372. Move.
Now Bortles. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 62 yards. Into the red zone now. Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Working from the gun, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Again, it's Manning. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Manning again. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set. Green 80. 139, Lucy. Move. Set.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Lucy, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Move. Lucy, Lucy. Hank. Green is set.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers.
11B. Set.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Here we go.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Green 80. Lucy. 11B. 372.
On first down, Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Go left. Go right. Go right. Green is in.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Corey Coleman, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman, 101 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
372.
Now Bortles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Bortles. Hall bringing it in. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Zebra.
Play action. Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker. And
he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position, right?
My old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Sunday.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green 80. That's 54 Ricky. Green is it.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Manning. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. From the gun, it's Manning. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Zebra.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Zebra.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Fighting through. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Bortles now to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Hey, hold it.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Bortles. Steps away to his left, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
380. 380. 11B. 11B. 11.
Bortles. And Paul has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
380. 380. 380.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now they try the right side here. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go. Try and 38. Try and 38.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Niles Paul, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Go 56, 27%.
On 1st and 10, here's Madden. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Spread right, 72.